All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching us live from around the globe. Welcome to Black Magnificent Studio here with me, Kwabna Bibini, Barry Mike, and call me DJ Fuad. We are here once again on the Man's Voice podcast to talk about one of the most important topics. So now we are looking at how men get brokenhearted differently from women, and how women also get brokenhearted differently from men. Yes. So, and we are making history here together because we are having a show live on Facebook as well. Yes, the show is live on Facebook. So, on TikTok. It's live on TikTok and on YouTube. Today we couldn't do Facebook. So, those of you joining live on TikTok, let me know. Write in the comment section if you can hear my voice. Let me know if the voice is okay. And also invite your friends and loved ones, and let's learn together. So let me make this disclaimer here. This show is not here to bash women nor bash men, but basically to make men become better than we are. You understand? And also to give a glimpse to women the world of men. You understand? Because one of the things that I'm going to discuss in tonight's edition is how sometimes women find it difficult listening to what men want out of relationships with them. And so sometimes women get the wrong information from men as to what men really want from them. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but our pictures on YouTube is not looking that good, but it's okay. We can't stop. So let's go quickly into the discussions tonight. So those of you watching on YouTube, let's go onto the screen and let's get the ball rolling. So I don't know how TikTok works anyway. This is my first time going live. So I don't know how it works. I don't know whether I can switch my camera back and forth as I'm live. I don't know how it works. I would have want those of you watching on TikTok also get to know what is going on the screens. Anyway, so let's start. How men and women get brokenhearted differently. Yes, and how you can prevent yourself from getting brokenhearted as a man or as a woman. So we are starting with men, and this month I'm doing a lot with men. Oh, okay. Somebody says yes, I can. Adepa Watchman, thank you. So those of you watching on YouTube, you can see on your screen, men get brokenhearted through ignorance. That's number one. One of the means by which men get brokenhearted is through ignorance. Why do I say men get brokenhearted through ignorance? So a lot of broken heart situations with men could have been prevented if men have taken our time a little bit in understanding the female nature, understanding how women are wired, understanding how women see things. Okay? it would have be easy for men. A lot of men. Okay, so those of you on TikTok at the right time, I will invite you to come on and then share your thoughts before we end the show. So, men get brokenhearted most of the time through ignorance. And it is so because we don't take the time when we come of age, where the testosterone is burning in us. We just don't, either we don't get responsible, experienced men to usher us into manhood, which will include they letting men know how women behave, how women relate to men, and all of that. So, because of that, a lot of men go into relationships out of ignorance, with little to no knowledge about how women works. So mostly men, for the first time, are left with romantic movies, romantic love stories, books, telenovelas, and all of that. And also, what I'm going to mention is the sad one. One of the means by which men get our information about how to date, how to be in a relationship with women is, it's like you, a house owner, asking an armed robber, how can I keep my house safe? My house safe. So all the information the armed robber will give to you is how you can make your house porous so that they can enter, break through your house, and then take anything they want to take. Okay, so those of you watching on TikTok, tap the screen and also share to friends and colleagues, and let's learn together. So the last means by which boys or men get to know about women is through women themselves. And I'm not going to say that all women give wrong information to men about themselves. No. But majority of the information we get about how to treat women good, how to live with women to have a successful, less heartbreaking relationship with them, come from, majority of the time, women themselves. They speak in circles. We men, we speak in straight lines. Therefore, when you are dealing with someone who speaks in circles and you speak in straight lines, we use our straight line understanding to listen to women, whilst they speak in circles and we don't get it, we don't understand well. And sometimes, especially if you ask a woman you are in relationship with currently how you can love them better, how you can treat them better for them to stay and stick with you, most of the times the things they tell you they like are not the thing they like. Women naturally are also confused by themselves about the things they want. Most of the time, it's about things they respond to. And as a novice, as inexperienced, as uninitiated man, you mostly don't get the things women normally respond to. You understand what I'm saying? So it becomes a bit problematic. So we go into the world of relationship as men fully ignorant. You understand? And this brings a lot of problem to men. We then thought, oh, if we always look at the left side of the woman's face all the time, we'll be okay with them. And then we start looking at the right side of the woman, the face, and all of a sudden they let us know that no, that's not what they want. And it brings the relationship to an end, and men get brokenhearted. But the bottom line is that if men had taken it upon ourselves, okay? If men has taken it upon ourselves to learn about the female nature, I believe we would have prevented a lot of heartbreaks. And one of the biggest things, information that is hidden from men that makes men get brokenhearted in relationship is the fact that most of us actually go into relationship watching love movies, and in most of them you see the woman not demanding any money, the woman just demanding affection, attention from men. Or in some movies the woman is demanding money, the guy is providing, and they live nicely in the movie. And many of my guys, my tribe, my gender, think that, oh, if I've seen those of you who are requesting. Yes, I'm going to invite you guys to come on live so that you also give me your thoughts on the topic. So we see these things working in the movies, and out of ignorance, we think when we implement it in real life, it's going to work, and we implement it and it backfires. So that is how ignorance make men suffer in relationships. You understand? Rather than knowing that it doesn't matter, one of the things that men need to know, it doesn't matter who the girl is, whether she is rich or not. You, the man, have to be well-to-do. Your finances need to be intact, because finances encourages romance. As they say, no romance, no finances. But at another time, we'll come and talk about how to let finance go hand in hand with romance. Because sometimes too, if you depend on only finances, a lot of people actually, the reason why they get brokenhearted is that they got financed by these girls. They spent on them. They invested in them. And at the end of the day, there's still the girls left. So the question is how? So we are ignorant to the fact that we don't even know whether these girls love us, whether we are these girls' first choice, second choice, or third choice. We don't know. So we go into it, and then, so forgive me, those of you watching on TikTok, if you see me not giving you eye contact, my camera for YouTube is up here, so you always see me looking above. The camera for TikTok is down. So, because we are ignorant as men, we don't even know that this girl that I'm in a relationship with, is she my first choice? Am I her first choice, her second choice, or third choice? Or this girl just don't like me, but she's just finessing me. She's just taking money out of me. We don't get all of these things. So what happens is that at the end of the day, the girl knowing why they are in the relationship with us, they knowing when they are going to leave, when the time comes, all of a sudden they tell you, hey, KB, I'm leaving, and you get brokenhearted. But most of the time, the girl was not, you were not the girl's first choice. Neither were you her second choice of whatever. She didn't just like you, but she realized that you are novice, you are inexperienced in the dating market. Therefore, she took advantage to get emotional support from you, and also sometimes financial support. You understand? So let me invite those who have requested to join. Okay, quite a number of them are not available. Okay, so because okay, so when you come, you mute yourself for me. When it's time, I will let you come in. Yes. So because we are inexperienced, these girls, I've said that the smartest guy in the world, the most educated guy in the world, can be beaten by the dumbest girl in the world. When I say the dumbest girl, the girl that you thought, oh, she's not educated, she's not experience all of that when it comes to relationship. That is their comfortable zone. That's their comfort zone. The women don't do too much to understand relationship, because relationship is a social phenomenon or endeavor. Therefore, a lot of men, if you don't get experienced men to introduce you into the arena of relationship, you realize that we get disappointed, we get heartbroken. So the number one means by which men get brokenhearted is through our ignorance. If we had a little bit of knowledge about women and their nature, a lot of broken hearts could be prevented. For example, a guy not knowing that women are hypogamous, and therefore you don't, when a woman's status financially, socially is above you, a man, it will be difficult for her to be in love with you. She will try, but it will be even difficult for her to be aroused by you. And because we don't know, we go into it, and some of us actually become the means by which this girl gets socially above us, financially above us, and then when they cannot love us, we don't understand, and we get brokenhearted. So, men, let's learn to know some of these things. For example, you meet a girl, she tells you, I'm not ready for a relationship. Because you are inexperienced, because you are ignorant, you interpret that to mean that she's actually not interested in a relationship right now. Most of the time, it could be that she's in a relationship, but you are the one that she doesn't want. But she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. So she tells you that, and you, out of your ignorance, you try to hang around. You try to hang around and waiting for her to get ready for you. And for all you know, she might be with her first choice as a first choice boyfriend. And one day, should there be a breakup, she come back to you as a backup. And we get happy. And then this girl will be with you for a while. She meets her first choice guy and go back to that guy again, a different guy that is her first choice. So a woman's first choice in a guy could be someone who is highly educated, someone who is handsome, who is tall, who has social status, or a celebrity. So maybe you are not a celebrity, you are just a farmer, or you're a shoemaker. She will come and manage you. When she meets someone that is her level, she will leave. And then you get brokenhearted the second time, or maybe that could be your first time. And you won't understand. It's all because we don't take our time to know how to understand some of these nuances. And I wouldn't want to go too much on it, because soon I have to bring the TikTok people onto the show. So if you want to know how to understand some of these things and not be ignorant about dating and relationship with women, go to Blacknificent Media on YouTube, and I've done quite a number of videos out there. When you watch, you understand the female nature. You understand? So let's go to point number 2, how men get brokenhearted. Okay. Those of you watching on YouTube, I don't know what happened. The camera is quite blurry on YouTube, so forgive me. It won't happen tomorrow. So men get brokenhearted by relying too much on feelings instead of logic. So this is simple. Men are logical animals, okay? We are logical animals, whilst women are emotional creatures. You understand? So for a man to be successful in life, he needs to rely more on his, his logical thinking. Yes. And even though we are logical beings, we also have emotions, but we have greater control. We are demanded to put greater control on our emotions, because if we don't put greater control on our emotions, we can destroy things, because we have some capacity to cause damage, which women don't have, which is the physical strength. You understand? But when it comes to relationship, as a man, you need to tone down your logical mind a little bit, about 15-20%, so that you'll be able to access the world of females. Okay? So that you can understand females in a relationship. Rather than that, it will always be fight. And it is the same thing. For a woman to also be with a man, she needs to tone down her emotions a little bit, input in a little bit of logic and reality, so that she'll be able to assess the world of men, and then get to know and understand how men feel and act. It shouldn't be too much. You understand? It shouldn't be too much. But what happens? Most of the time, when men are ignorant, novice, less experienced, not initiated in the world of dating and relationship, we go and we reduce our logic to zero. And we do everything with emotions. And actually, one of the reasons why a lot of guys get brokenhearted by women is that a woman is highly emotional. So if you are coming into her life and you are also emotional, one, that kills attraction for a woman. You become less attractive to her because she's looking for something opposite of herself. What is the opposite of herself? She's emotional. So she's looking for something hard, something logical, something reality. And you come and you are also behaving soft and emotional. Then it's like two women are in the relationship. So that alone can make her leave. That alone can make her leave. Therefore, guys, if you go into a relationship and you are too emotional, you'll be in trouble. Your girl will leave you without knowing, because soon you will be less attractive to her. You understand? You'll be less attractive to her because you are just like herself. She needs something opposite of herself. That's why even when a woman is in a relationship with a guy, she also needs the guy to be a bit above herself, so that she can feel attracted, loved, and aroused by you. So most of the time, most guys go into a relationship crying here and there. I'm not saying you can't cry as a man. You can. I remember crying at Gimpa. We're having a pitch program at Yali, West Africa. And one girl was giving her presentation. I was next to her. After her comes my presentation. And the way the girl suffered, hustling, selling pure water on the street of Accra to take herself through JHS, SHS, university, and now she's helping young girls to get out of the street. Her story touched me, and when they mentioned my name to come and speak, I was crying. You know, I was crying in front of 105 people from different West African countries, 10 West African countries. You understand? So I'm not saying a man cannot cry, but it should wet the tears. Especially when you are in a relationship, your woman, that's her job, to cry. And when she's crying, she's looking for a shoulder to cry on. And she opens her eyes, and the guy who is in her life is crying more than herself. She can't live with you. She needs somebody who is a bit tougher. You understand? I've done a video showing how a guy, you can show emotions the right way. Because if you easily show emotions and pour out your emotions and vulnerability, when you are hit with bad news, like a girl says she can't live with you again, you can cause damage. You understand? So I'm trying to invite some people to join us. So please, to avoid unnecessary breakups, some breakups are necessary, whether you like it or not, they have to happen. But to avoid unnecessary ones, please tone down your emotions. Your job is to be the logical factor, the reality factor in the relationship. It's yin and yang. You have to balance your woman's softness with your hardness. Not to beat her, no. Not to molest her, not to abuse her, no. But the women enjoy that. That's why guys who are muscular and things, women tend to enjoy them more than those of us who have one pack. You understand? That's just by the way. So the second point by which men get brokenhearted is that men tend to fall into our feelings when we are in a relationship, because we've seen it in movies and we think that when we do it in reality it works. No. When you show too much emotions, your girl will leave you. Your girl will leave you. So let's quickly go into the arena of women. How women also get brokenhearted. And then after 2 points on women, we go to TikTok and let those of you on TikTok also join us. So let me project this on the screen for the YouTubers. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to let you people see the slides. This is my first time coming on TikTok. But anyway, I appreciate those of you watching. Predator, I've sent you the request, so try and get on here. So most women get brokenhearted by not facing reality, being delusional, and not wanting to know what men really want in a woman. This is a long one, and I know by now somebody has written or is saying in their mind, not all women. Yes, that's why I use the word most. Most. Okay? So, most women get brokenhearted by not facing reality, by being delusional, and most of the time, their inability to listen to what men really want from women in relationship. So, it's almost just like how men get brokenhearted, but there's a slight difference. Okay, so this is so evident on TikTok. When you go to TikTok and you go to groups that are moderated by women, and they are talking, and one guy comes in and the guy tries to let women know what men want from women, and most of the time women reject it. Women want men to see the world from the way they see the world, but we are different people. What a woman needs from a man is different from what a man needs from women. But when men, and for me, when I go to a place and women are talking about what they need from men in a relationship, I really keep quiet and listen. Because one day I'm a pro-family, I'm a pro-marriage man. So I want to get married and have kids and have beautiful family. And I'm going to do that with a woman. Therefore, when I go and women are talking and they are talking about things they want from men, I listen to all of it. Even the one that when I use my logical mind to think about it and it doesn't make sense, I still listen to it. Why? Because I want to buy something. They are the owners of the thing, and they are saying that it costs $1 million. So I have to shut up and listen, go work and get my $1 million and buy that thing rather than to shout. Why are you pricing it too high? Why are you saying that? No. But unfortunately, when women come across and men are talking about things they want from women, they shut them down. They don't want to listen. And that is how they get brokenhearted. How do they get brokenhearted? By not listening to reality and what men want from women. You see some men, and I'm using those of you who are on TikTok, you agree with me. You realize that some men on TikTok will come and bash you, the one who are letting women know what men really want from women. Let me give you an example. Most men don't like long nails. But when they are looking for a woman only for sex, they don't care about your long nails. You understand? They don't care. They can even flatter you by saying, oh, your nails are nice. You can add more colors. But when you give them sex, after that, and they want to choose you as a wife, that is where they are going to give you the terms and conditions. That if you can become my wife, or you want to become my wife, then these are my terms and conditions. Which, to an extent, sometimes I think is deceptive. You are not being truthful to the woman. But why? When one man was talking about things that most men, when they're going to choose a wife, will reject, you shut them down. You didn't let them speak. And one guy took advantage. Knowing that women don't want to hear the truth from men, he will package himself and come and DM you and let you know that everything you rejected, he's not like that. You rejected from me. He is not like that. As for him, what you want is what he wants. But he's lying to you because he has realized that you want to hear what is sweet in your ears. So he come package himself like an angel. Not necessarily an angel, but he packaged himself like you will love. Okay? He knows that when he wants to choose you as a wife, he wants you to cut your nails short. But because he's only looking for sex, he comes, lie to you, and make you believe that he is okay. He's okay with you, with your long nails. Then he gets sex from you, and after that, he gives you terms and conditions. The terms and conditions implies that he doesn't want a woman with long nails. I'm just using long nails as an example, please. It's not anything, don't attach any feelings to it. So what happens? This woman, because he didn't want to listen to reality, doesn't want to listen to what men want from them, another guy go and package himself to fit the sweet words you want to hear. So he comes to you in your DMs or in person and tells you, oh, don't mind that guy. He's insecure. He's not civilized. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm a guy. You know, then you also agree that he's the guy. He's the most civilized. But what you didn't know was that this guy was just a wolf in a sheep clothing. Because he realized that when he came like a wolf, you rejected him. When he comes like a wolf, you reject him. But when he comes like a sheep, you welcome him. And then he comes, finance you, gets what he wants from you, and then give you the same thing I was saying, that most men, 90% of men or 95% of men will want from a woman. Now, let me talk about how women get brokenhearted by being delusional. These days, social media makes a lot of women, just like men, some men, we go for women who are out of our league, who are out of our class. I've seen this has been a debate that as a man, never say that a certain woman is out of your league. No, there are women who are out of your league. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yes, you can work, you can improve yourself, upgrade yourself to get a par or even better. And the reason why is that Every woman wants a man who is higher than herself. So when a woman is having 2 degrees, when a woman is having double degrees and you have only a JHS certificate and you don't also have money on top of it, that relationship will not work. The woman can enjoy you for her fantasy for some few days or months, and the rest will be tears for you. It's the same way. There are some men who are out of your league as a woman, or these men, because they don't have money, they can't tell you truth about themselves. And then they do yes, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. Everything you ask them, they say yes. They don't say no. Be careful as a woman. Be careful with a man who cannot say no to you. You understand? So this guy, he doesn't even have a proper place to sleep. He can't feed himself. But this woman is using emotions. Say he's in love, she's in love. And then they get you pregnant and they even run away. What a disgrace. You understand? At this point, if this woman had imported a little bit of logic, reality into her thinking, she would have saved her heart from breaking. But she didn't. And finally, how women get delusional, and that delusion get them brokenhearted. These days, social media apps have added filters. So when you're going live, you can add filters to actually make your face look more than you really look in reality. And you post it on Instagram, wherever, guys come, they see it, and oh, you look beautiful, you look beautiful. So these days, a lot of girls, every day, they get confirmations and affirmations from men. So sometimes they could be in a relationship and they are not receiving the same affirmation and compliment from the guy they are with, and they think that the guy doesn't like them, or this guy who are saying she's beautiful have something better for her. You understand? So they can leave one relationship thinking that the grass is greener somewhere. They go and it's not. Or sometimes because people are saying they look beautiful, they look beautiful, they lie to themselves that certain guys are their class. Meanwhile, it is filters that you are using. So when those guys see you in person, they reject you up front. But she doesn't understand. Why are 1,000 boys saying that she's beautiful to at a certain level? But when she meets a guy she wants, these guys are rejecting her. And heartbreak is not only when you go into a relationship. You can have some expectations, and when you don't get those expectations, it also can be heartbreaking. So please, in wrapping up, so that my sister Irene can join me on live here, all that I'm saying is that as a people, both men and women, let us learn to face reality. So the baseline, number one causes of heartbreak for both men and women is our inability to face reality. Our inability to use logic when it is needed. And our inability to reduce emotions. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Our inability to reduce emotions when we don't. You understand? So, as I said in the beginning, this platform, the Men's Voice podcast, is not here to bash women, not here to bash men, but most importantly for me, my guys, my tribe. When the day comes and I have to go hard, I'll go hard. Because most of us didn't get fathers and senior men to introduce us to the world of women. And because of that, Jimiena se ehwache. Jimieno ashe ehwache. And sometimes we have to say it so painfully before we can understand. So at this point, Sister Irene, unmute yourself and let me hear you. Welcome, Godman. So, Sister Irene.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah. So let's hear for Sister Irene and then I'll come back to you.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, Joso. Now I want to say.
I don't know. I prefer to speak true because
no problem.
I know most of us are Ghanaians, unless there's someone here who doesn't understand.
No. Let's go ahead.
And I might mix it along the line as well.
No problem.
I've listened to you, and you've said a lot. But what I like to say is, I prefer say, a man would have some emotions as well, because maybe I feel
yeah.
A man especially, or more emotions anti-you.
Okay.
So. They are like straight jackets. What I say.
Okay.
And emotions, I don't know, so emotions that in Kano are the same.
The same.
Ain't say into a relationship more. Now emotions as a man. Now I think obviously, as you said, not too much of it, but if you have some form of emotional vulnerability now, I feel say better, because you'll be able to understand things from a different perspective.
Yeah. Yes.
To say when the person is in the season now, then say nipa we say. But sometimes I won't even go there anyway, but because there's an answer your passion.
No. You whatever opinion you have, express it.
Because especially Africa, Ghana men they pray and
Irene, Nema bit is saying, because I have another question for you.
Sweetie, why were you late? Thank you. Someone tried to kill themselves on the train. Really? Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you. Your friend is saying, where was I? Maybe I see.
My example, Nema bit is saying.
One, a bin say, a before member. Most of the before member, they feel entitled. They have that sense of entitlement. What I say. Meanwhile, the time now, entitlement, time, a dream.
Okay, and so entitlement bit is saying.
Entitlement bit is say, said me a bema. Ye saw your bema. Bema said the wall. What I say in saw your bema. But say no, me a bema. And what different dynamics.
So let us know the current dynamics,
First no, we a bema. We fool and now quit juma. Ye pesika a befi. What I say. So we trimu say. Provision makes you a man.
Not only provision, protection as well. Protection as well.
Yes, but say na mama ni bebre ni mu say. Say na ware season na ye woman. Oba timi ko pesika ba, be ma so timi ko pesika ba. Sometimes the grandpa you find out say some women are even earning more.
Yes.
So what some of our men need to, most of our men, to be honest, what they need to learn is, as I say, no, it's not just about finance. And as I say, sabi, obi aniwa, oh sorry, from my perspective, no be aniwa, sorry, or because we chop money at all. And that's all you see. What I say, yen na ye boy and
Okay.
So apart from the provision, no. Apart from the provision, no, you have to protect, you have to support.
You have to, yeah. So let me come in here. I get all that you're saying, but the family structure, okay, every family structure is different from another. Me, they kind of, my reason why I want to marry one day is not because of myself or the intimacy with my woman, but because of the legacy I want to leave. And my legacy will come through my children. And I want my children to be raised a certain way. You understand? Because of that, my family structure is going to be different. And my family structure is not going to be that 50-50 thing. It won't work for me. So
no, I understand.
You understand?
I understand.
So
I understand, but let me pause you there. I understand what you're saying. It's not going to be that 50-50.